Hello everyone. So as you know that on the 10th of March you're going to have your ICSE boards mathematics examination. So we have come up with a revision session for the same. We will discuss a few of the important topics and important chapters and the types of questions that you can expect in your examination. First we will start with quadratic equations. I think that you know the basics of quadratic equations. First we will start with the general formula, that is the Sridhar-Acharya formula in quadratic equation, where you know what is the formula to find the value in a quadratic equation. So let us say that you're given a quadratic equation as ax square plus bx plus c, and you need to find the value of x, right? Now since it is a quadratic equation, it will have two roots, and the formula is x is equals to minus b plus minus of under root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, right? This is the Sridhar-Acharya formula, where b square minus 4ac is the discriminant. This is the general formula through which you can find the value of x in any quadratic equation. Now, based upon the value of the discriminant, some cases arise. First case is that when b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the value of x will be equal, right? Means the roots of the equation will be equal. Second case, if the discriminant is greater than 0, then the roots will be real and unequal. If the discriminant b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then you will have imaginary roots. So we will write them down here. So let us say that the discriminant is d. If d is equals to 0, then you will have real and equal roots. If d is greater than 0, then you will have real but unequal roots. And if d is less than 0, then you will have imaginary roots. Now you can have some questions based upon these, where you will be given some equation and you will be asked to find the value of k, let's say, where k is a unknown variable, and the condition will be given that the roots are real and equal, then find the value of k. So you can expect that kind of questions. Now we will do some basic questions of finding values in quadratic equations. Okay, so I will write down a few questions, and I'll solve only those which I feel that you cannot solve, okay, or which might appear difficult. I will only solve those. So the first question is, so I will only tell you the approach in a few questions. For example, as in this question, how will you proceed? I'm seeing that here is x square, that means it is a quadratic equation. On first sight, you should be sure that this you have to solve by quadratic equation, whatever formula, whatever way you know. Now how to proceed? Don't directly open this and expand this. What you have to do is, you will assume that let x plus 1 by x is equals to, suppose say I a, okay, let x plus 1 by x is equals to a. Now square it, so x square plus 1 by x square plus 2 into x into 1 by x and x get cancelled, so plus 2 is equals to a square. Here you will get the value of a as well, the value of x plus 1 by x as well, and from here you can see that x square plus 1 by x square is equals to a square minus 2. Okay, now if you use these two values in place of x and x square and x, if you use a square and a square minus 2, you can easily get a solvent quadratic equation, and then you can put it. In this case you will have 4 roots. Why? Because see, this is a x square into x square, the power will become 4, so you will have 4 roots. Okay, so this is the approach of one kind of question. Now let's go to the next kind of question. First I will write down a few questions, and then one by one I will discuss the approach. Okay, so everyone must be very much familiar with this kind of question, right? That 1 by p plus 1 by q plus 1 by x is equals to 1 by p plus q plus x. Here, what will be your approach? What you will do is take this 1 by x to this side, then subtract it. After subtracting, you will see that p plus q on the numerator gets cancelled. I am showing a bit of this question. Okay, what you need to do is 1 by p plus 1 by q is equals to, when this comes to this side, what you will get is, you will get minus of p plus q in the numerator, and in the denominator you will get p plus q plus x into x. Okay, so do you see that here also if you take the LCM and add them up, p plus q and p plus q will get cancelled, and then it will be easy for you to proceed with the problem. Next question, this kind of question, in this kind of questions where there means x minus 1 x plus 2 something plus x or something minus x is given in brackets, and then you need to solve this. How will you approach? Don't directly expand this. What you need to do is, see here x, only x is there, that means what, x plus 0 is there, 0 and minus 1 will give you minus 1. Here x plus 2 and x minus 3 is there, here 2 and minus 3 will also give you minus 1. So what you do is, these two you multiply and these two you multiply, and then you will understand how to proceed next. I'm doing x square minus x from this, and from this you will get x square minus 3x plus 2x, that means x square minus x, and here minus 6. So what you have to do next is, plus 8 is equals to 0. Okay, what you have to do next is x square minus x you consider as a or any other variable. For example, I say a into a minus 6 plus 8 is equals to 0. Now when you expand this, it becomes very easy, right? It becomes a simple quadratic equation. Don't forget to find the value of x after finding the value of a by putting the value of a with respect to what you have assumed the value of x, right? Many students forget to do it and hence they lose marks. Now for this next question, I will go to the next page. So let us solve this problem. I will do most of this, most means the larger part of this problem, okay? Because many students face problem with this kind of question. Now see, you will just multiply this, okay? Now as soon as you multiply, you will see a very interesting thing out here. Here also in the numerator you have a minus abx plus 1, and here also in the numerator you have a minus abx, sorry, here will be b, okay, we'll have b here, a minus abx plus b here, and here also a minus abx plus b, you have it here. So what you do, you take that common, a plus b minus abx, and then what we'll have inside is 1 by ax minus 1 plus 1 by bx minus 1 is equals to 0. Now a larger part of this problem has already been solved. Now you will just take the LCM and add just like you do. So you will have ax plus bx minus 2 in the numerator, and whatever comes in the denominator when it goes to the other side after cross multiplying, it will get to 0. Now see, now you will have two values of a from here. One means since multiplication comes 0, either this is 0 or this is 0. So when you take this as 0, what we will have, x is equals to a plus b by ab. And when you take this as 0, you will have x is equals to 2 by a plus b, right? So you have these two answers to this equation. Now let us move to the word problems and quadratic equations. Now in the exam you can have a variety of word problems, as quadratic equations are applicable in a large kind of problems. For example, if I say that problems related to time and work can come. Then problems based on geometrical figures can come, as in Pythagoras theorem, squares are involved, right? Square of hypotenuse is equals to square of base and square of the other side, the sum of the two sides, squares of the two sides, right? Next, you can have problems on distance, speed, time, problems of SP and CP. Then you can have problems on pipes and cisterns. Okay, so various kinds of problems you can come across in quadratic equations. I felt that most of the problems are easy, but one problem which I felt is a bit, means the language of the problem is a bit kind of not understanding. So I will solve that problem for you. So I will read out the question for you, and if you have Hall and Knight, the elementary algebra, then you can open to page 237 and then refer to question number 14. Otherwise, if you don't have at hand now, I will read for the question for you. A boy was sent out for 1 rupees worth of eggs. He broke 5 on his way home, and his master had therefore to pay at the rate of 5 paise more than the market price for 5. How many did the master get for a rupee? This is a question involving quadratic equations. Now let's look at the solution. So first, what is said? A boy was sent out for 1 rupees worth of eggs. He broke 5 on his way home, and his master had therefore to pay at the rate of 5 paise more than the market price was 5. How many did the master get for a rupee? So let us say that the master got, let that the master got x eggs, right? X eggs for rupees 1. X eggs for rupees 1. Now it is said that the boy broke 5 on his way home. That means how many did the boy buy? X plus 5x. Because when he returned home he had x eggs. That means the master got x eggs. But the boy bought 5x more because he broke 5 on his way home. Now it is written that he broke 5 on his way home, and his master had therefore to pay at the rate of 5 paise more than the market price for 5. Right? So actually, see, what is the market price for boy bought for x plus 5x for rupees 1, right? So market price of x plus 5x is equals to rupees 1, right? So what will be the market price of 1 egg? Market price of 1 egg will be 1 by x plus 5, right? And here it is written that he had to pay at the rate of 5 paise more than the market price for 5, right? So market price for 5 will be 5 by x plus 5. And what did he have to pay? He had to pay 5 rupees more. That means he had to pay 5 by x plus 5 plus 5. But did he pay rupees 5? He had to pay 5 paise more. So we'll write 5 by 100. Okay. Now this was the first part that you have to understand. Now let us proceed to the next part. Now see. So what did we get here? It is written that rate of 5 paise more than the market price for 5. See the word. It is rate is written. So it is actually 5 rupees 5 paise more when he bought 5x. But let us say that he bought 1 egg, and what will be it? So for 1 egg it will be 1 by x plus 5 plus 1 by 100, right? And so he had to pay 1 paisa more for 1 egg, because if he pays 5 paisa more for 5 eggs, then he had to pay 1 paisa more for 1 egg, right? Now let us say how many eggs he brought. How many means how many did we consider? That he got x eggs when the boy returned home, and this is the price that he had to pay for 1 egg. So we can, and what is the how much he had given the boy when he had went to the bazaar? He had given rupees 1, right? So we will just write number of eggs, that is x, the number of eggs brought home, into price that he had to pay for 1 egg, 1 by x plus 5 plus 1 by 100, right? This is and equal to how much? Rupees 1. Now as you solve this equation, you will get that x is equals to 20. That means the question asks you what? How many did the master get for a rupee? So the master got 20 for a rupee because we had assumed that he got XX. So I hope you have understood quadratic equations well. Now we will move on to the second topic, that is matrices. Now in matrices, more of theory is there, and if you learn the theory well, you can easily apply it in the numericals. So you can prefer to concise mathematics class 10 for the theory. Here you will see that various types of matrix is first given, right? Row matrix, then column matrix, identity matrix, rectangular matrix, various kind of matrices are given. Then diagonal matrix. That is the first topic that you need to understand in matrices. Next you come to addition of matrices and subtraction of matrices. Okay. Then additive identity and additive inverse. You also need to learn that. Keep that in mind. Okay. And next is multiplication of matrices, which many students find difficulty with. Okay. In multiplication by a scalar number, that is not a big problem. Multiplication of two matrices sometimes gets confusing. So I will see if I can make that clear with an example. So our topic is multiplication of matrices. Now I think that you have a general idea, otherwise I'm giving it also. This is a matrix where you can have any number of values as in the horizontal row, in the vertical columns. Okay, for example, here we have four sets of values A, B, C and D. We have two rows here. This is the first row, this is the second row. The horizontal lines are the, you can call as the row, and the vertical you can call as the columns, right? Two rows and two columns. So first we will write the row cross column. So 2 into 2, this is the 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, 2 by 2 matrix. We directly write it as A, B, C, D, and in the below it at the right corner, bottom right corner, we write 2 cross 2, right? That means it's a 2 by 2 matrix, two rows and two columns. Now let us see how to multiply two matrices. Now let us understand with an example which will make it easier. 1 2 3 4 multiplied by 0 1 0 2, let's say. Okay, now before starting to multiply, one thing you need to be sure of, whether the number of columns in the first matrix and the number of rows in the second matrix are equal or not. That means first you write the index 2 into 2, and here also 2 cross 2. Here number of columns is 2, here also number of rows is 2. That means yes, they are equal, and hence we can multiply these two matrices. But in a case where suppose there was 1, here was 2, right, then we could not have multiplied. So be careful about checking that condition. So let us take a general, any means some values will come, and whatever you multiply after multiplying, I'm saying that it will be a 2 cross 2 matrix only, right? How did I say that? Here it's 2, here it is 2. So if you need to understand what will be the order of the matrix, that you can understand by just you cover these two, and the remaining you can understand. If you cover these two, whatever you will see left, that will be only the order of the multiplied matrix, product of the two matrices. Okay, now let us say it is x11, that means first row first column. It is x12, that means first row second column, first row second column, right? Here it is x21, second row first column, and here it is x22, that means second row second column. This is a generalized way in which we can say that this will be the value, whatever the values of x11 or x12 comes. Now let us see, why did I write in this way? X11 means you need to multiply the first row of the first matrix into the first column of the second matrix, right? 1 into 0 0, 2 into 0 0, 0 plus 0 0. First element into first element, second element into second element, and then you add them, whatever the value comes. X12 means first row of first matrix and second column of second matrix. That means 1 into 1, that is 1, plus 2 into 2, 2 into 2 4, plus 1 5. So 5 comes. Next x21, that means second row of first matrix, hear my words very carefully, okay? Second row of first matrix and first column of second matrix. So what you will see, 3 into 0 0, 4 into 0 0. So if you add them, 0, and here x2 2, so 3 into 1 3 plus 4 into 2 8. Second row of first matrix and second column of second matrix. 3 ones are 3 plus 4 twos are 8. That means you will get 11, right? So see, it is also a 2 cross 2 matrix because it has 2 rows and 2 columns. So this was a general idea about the multiplication of matrices, which I hope is clear because of this example. Now another thing you need to get very clear of, that when you multiply two matrices, you need to be very careful about the order of multiplication. That means if I say that this matrix, if I write this as first, this as second, these are the two matrices, matrix 1, matrix 2. If I shuffle their positions, that means if matrix 2 comes in first position and matrix 2 comes in second position, A1 comes in second position, then the answer will not be same. That means if A and B are two matrices, then A into B is not equal to B into A. This you need to be very careful of. Okay? Means in matrices generally laws of algebra do not follow, but exceptions are always there, so you need to check. Okay, and there is also a small table given on page number 126 in concise mathematics. You need to go through that as well. Many important points are noted there. So this was the revision session in which we discussed quadratic equation and matrices. So hope to meet you in our next video. Till then, goodbye.